It is perfectly legal to drink and drive, and we've probably all done it at some point. Where it becomes illegal is if your normal faculties are impaired. And we can debate what impairment is all day long. We don't have time on this video. I have a pro tip for you that I don't think other people have done a video on, and I've done 498 videos, and I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but it is extremely important. It is a simple little thing that you can do to avoid trouble. Some of you are gonna go, duh, I totally get this. But enough of you have done this to where I can't just not put it out there. And the way this came up is a good friend of mine, Ernie Mullins, is a criminal defense attorney in Osceola, great guy. He went to trial on the perfect DUI case. His client was not drunk. His client was not under the influence of alcohol. His client wasn't even driving the car. He was parked, but he had broken up with his boyfriend. He was extremely emotional. And the cop mistook that for intoxication. For those of you who have had a bad day or a bad breakup, that can be mistaken for intoxication. I get that. The problem with Ernie's case, the reason he lost that jury trial, and the reason why it is extremely difficult to win a DUI when this one fact happens in your case. And that is, Ernie's client had empty bottles or empty cans in the car when the cop stopped him in a parking lot, really, to see if he was okay. All caps, you must empty your car of all bottles and cans, because I don't care how sober you are, a cop, especially at 2 in the morning, is going to presume that all of that alcohol that is empty was probably in part consumed by you. There aren't many juries out there that aren't going to put those two together, that by the time the shiny badge says, oh, in my opinion, this person's normal faculties were impaired, and look at all these cans and bottles, by the way, and you refuse to blow. Sure, it's your right on the first time to refuse to blow, and sometimes I recommend it. However, folks, you cannot have this sort of stuff in your car. Please, if your friends are drinking in your car and you're the designated driver and they literally get out of the car, it is your job and duty in life to not drive and to empty all that crap out of your car. Ernie would have won that trial had his client not had empty stuff from whenever those bottles were from. I'll tell you what, these cops are not going to test it to see if it's fresh. They don't care. They're just looking for evidence to support handcuffs and to support a conviction. They're not going to even keep this stuff. They're going to take a picture of it probably, and you're not going to be able to analyze this later. So, pro tip, please empty your cars. Thank you for watching. If you get some sort of shenanigans in Central Florida, 32 years now, 31 at least. I've been doing DUI work since 1993. So whenever you're watching this, I hope you'll give my office a call. We handle most of Central Florida, and we'd love to help you out. If you're just watching to watch, I appreciate that too. Throw some positivity, little clicks on the screen, and I thank you in advance. Take care.